Okay, so Lucha Underground on this episode, and we're only gonna really, because there's only really a couple things worth talking about. To be quite honest, Lucha Underground has two things worth talking about. First one is the surprise Gift of the Gods Battle Royal between the 7 participants. Between the 7 participants in the Gift of the Gods match, or so they believe. But what ends up happening is Dario Cueto, I keep calling him Dario, Antonio Cueto decides, oh, we're going to have a battle royal. And the winner decides who's not going to be in the match. So after...
from this week's Lucha, but there's a lot of L's that I got to give.
Yeah.
To give out.
The Mac wins the battle royal. But before we talk about who he decided, you said you thought what Son of Havoc did was kind of weak.
It's some bullshit. It's some straight up bullshit, man. Like, what the fuck? Who wrote that bullshit, man? Who writes this bullshit? That was WWE level version of bullshit. That's how bad it was. It's like, you have family members, you have brothers, you have friends. When you're competing against each other, that's all it is. Everyone compete in different ways. Everyone played Street Fighter with a friend. If me and Unc sat down and said, you know, let's go play basketball against each other, Unc's not gonna go, oh, well, hey, friends, just take the ball and shoot. You can just win, man. They're like, no. I'm like, Unc, there's $1,000 on the line. I mean, you put $1 million right there, we going hard at each other. And at the end of the day, we're gonna win, you know? Or if we playing anything, we playing football, we lifting weights. And it's like, I'm like, well, I do know I lift more than you. You think I'm just gonna give up? I'm like, that's $1 million, shit. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to try to win. But it takes the importance of winning away. It takes the importance of championships away when you have shit like that go down.
Not to mention, he could double cross you, man.
Yeah.
Suppose he would, which he does not pick Son of Havoc, by the way. But suppose he turned around and did.
It looked soft. It looked like Havoc was like, I'm not gonna beat the bag anyway. So he just gave up, you know. It just kind of came off like that, man. This isn't like the Hardy. The Hardy Boys would have tore each other apart.
Yes.
Matt and Joe.
Yep.
Edge and Christian would have ripped each other's heads off. And then afterward, they would have gave each other down. Legion of Doom would have whooped each other's ass. And then had a beer afterwards. So I don't get this. If you put $1 million in front of me and my wife, she gonna whoop my ass for it. And I ain't gonna be mad at her. It's like, it's $1 million. We're in a competitive environment. She gonna boot me in the balls and do what she gotta do to win. I'm just saying. If this is the ultimate prize, this is what you bleed and sweat for every day, suspended disbelief in the reality makes it. They hit the gym, they train, they try to make themselves look good and do all this shit just to hold that. And you just give it because of Mac? I'm just saying, that was soft as fuck to me, man. I just was like, the power of friendship. This ain't Nickelodeon. We are talking grown men, bro. Grown men. Son of Havoc and Max should have shook hands and gave each other blows and saw who.
That's what I thought was gonna go down.
That's what should have happened. And then you gonna dive on them. It's not like they were gonna jump the Mac or anything like that. They were just like, damn, man, we lost, man. We just waiting to see which one of us get kicked out the damn thing. You had to dive on them. Mills is looking around like, damn, Katrina.
Yeah, but then here's the bad part, man. Here's the bad part. Mac wins. He looks down. He said, let me tell you, the Mac ain't afraid of no man. But if I had to be perfectly honest, Mil Muertes scares the shit out of me. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, sorry Mil, but you out.
It was either like, if I was the Mac, like if you were the Mac Hard, you would have kicked out. Would you have kicked out Mills? Because for me, it's only two people you got to worry about. You got to worry about him and Cuerno. Everybody else, and maybe Son of Havoc. Everybody else you can handle. Desmond X, he alright, but he ain't no real threat.
Yeah, Dragon Azteca at this point, he ain't no threat. Not at this point.
Azteca, Chavo was a bigger threat than Dragon Azteca.
Ivelisse ain't no threat either.
But like I said, it was between him and Cuerno. I would actually be more scared of Cuerno if I was him, because Cuerno has consistently been good. Mills is just suddenly getting his mojo back and everything, but I don't know. You know what I would have did? I told y'all what I would do.
Oh God. Go ahead.
He would have been like, well, who do you choose? Can I get a shower first, man? Let me go on the back and everything. And I would just been laying and wait for Katrina to come and try to convince me to spare Mills. And if Katrina don't do it, I'm waiting for Melissa to come out of revenge and say, look, that bitch did me wrong, so I'm going to give you what you want, and you give me what I want. Or maybe Cobra Kai come through with the cut and say, look, I don't like this motherfucker. I'm like, alright, well, we gonna work out, son. Or Ivelisse come through, please don't eliminate me. Shit, we gonna work something out. And then I'm gonna be in the Me Too movement getting sued for abusing my power or some shit. But overall, I would have gained a bit more than the Mac did. Me personally, I would have waited. Would you have just kicked Mills to the curb? I would have kicked King Cuerno out personally.
Oh, so you think he would be a bigger threat than Mil? Yeah, probably at this point, yeah. If this was season 1 Mil Muertes, then yeah, I couldn't blame him then. Yeah, if it had been season 1 Mil, yeah. But yeah, now Mil's still a threat, but he ain't as big of a threat.
Yeah, it's like, which Mills am I getting? Am I getting old school Mills, or am I getting this Rugrats one? You know, what the hell has Mills been doing? It's like, all right, he done took his roids, he done pumped up like Bane and shit, but what am I getting? You know, he may show up and just, I don't know, maybe he ate the wrong Wheaties, and I have an easy time whooping his ass. But that's a big dude you gotta handle, though.
Yep. Shoot. And the only other thing worth looking at this show, before we get to the only other thing worth looking at in this week's show, you want to talk about Ivelisse. Me personally, I think
I thought that was funny.
I think she's a good performer and everything, and she's an alright. I've seen some non-wrestling pictures of her. She cute. She cute, but she would be, I would say this. She'd be like the Letty character in Fast and the Furious. She'd be more like one of the homies, man. I wouldn't even look at her sexually. Maybe if I was really, really in need and she was down, then I might do what I got to do. But that would be just a one-time thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like make her my girl or nothing. I wouldn't impregnate her or nothing.
I wouldn't be mad at you if you did. I mean, she's nice to look at, but yeah, she. But
how you go?
Fast and Furious is a very good comparison.
Yeah, she Letty, man. Like in the Fast and Furious series. I mean, Letty cute. I mean, I would hit it if I had no other option and she was down. But if I had to choose between her and let's say the Brazilian chick that Vin Diesel's character fell in love with in Fast 5 and was with for part of Fast 6. If I had to choose between them, I'm gonna choose a Brazilian chick, because Brazilian chick was tough too, but she still felt like a woman.
And that's not saying Ivelisse doesn't feel like a girl. It's just she's had such a tomboyish aura to her.
Yeah.
You know,
and that was the problem I had with Letty, man. Letty would feel more like one of my homeboys.
Yeah, Ivelisse is that chick who you go out to the bar with, you have some beers, and if someone fucks with her, you fuck them up. She's like a little sister to you in a way. It's weird, kind of like that. But Ivelisse, I don't get certain dudes. I mean, every guy has their type. Women are not a one size fits all for all men, unless it's Beyonce. Beyonce fits all.
Yeah, but how you gonna choose Ivelisse?
Think anything bad about Beyonce?
How you gonna choose Ivelisse when you got freaking Katrina running around? Well, heck, even Melissa Santos. When you got them running around.
I think a lot of men need to get in touch with their manhood. I think that if you don't have your manhood in check, you need something to make up for it. So you gonna go find a woman who's more manly than you. I would say. I don't lift weights, but Ivelisse does. I guess she gonna do all the lift the groceries and all that shit. Then I guess when you need your car fixed, I guess you won't be the one to handle that.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got nothing against Ivelisse, by the way. We got nothing against her, man. She's actually a good performer, and I have to say, last Ultima Lucha, there was 2 women's matches. Ivelisse easily had the better match of the 2. Because Sexy Star and Tanya, you thought would be the better ones, because Ivelisse's opponent was Katrina. Katrina and Ivelisse had the better match against 2 actually trained wrestlers. That's sad.
Yeah.
Katrina had some training, but she hasn't been in the ring that much. You would think her and Ivelisse would have the sloppy match and stuff. Actually, it was good. Because they knew, because she knew she couldn't mess with her in the ring, so they just said, let's just make it a fight.
Let's just make it a brawl. Yeah, they just brawled it out. And Katrina is like the evil version of Claire the Night Nurse, basically. She's Westbrook, man. She's MVP for this entire show and always has been. Every week you look at it, you're just wondering what's Katrina doing.
And I'm going to be a man for a second. That woman is walking sex.
Shit, yeah.
That woman is walking sex. I mean, let's put it this way. Ivelisse, if you had no better option and she was down, I'd hit it, but I would just do what I got to do to relieve myself and give her a little bit of pleasure too. You know, she bothering to drop her drawers for me. You know, I could at least, make her come once. You know what I'm saying?
Some cheeks, right? But
yeah, but in the case of Katrina, you would be wanting to mount that and not get off till you got off, if you get my drift.
Yeah, it's like, Ivelisse, you don't want to pounce on it like that. Ivelisse is like, you having a drink, you blaze something, you get in the mood for it. You got to work yourself into the mood.
And like I said,
a little bit more.
Like I said, Ivelisse would be that chick.
Katrina,
you in the mood, and she's there. And she's there, and she's down too. You just do what you two just do what you gotta do. And then maybe y'all lay together and joke around a little bit, but that's really it. Y'all only hooked up that one time, and that's it. But Katrina, no, you be wanting her again and again and again.
Ivelisse is that girl who shows up at the barbecue. Your wife doesn't know you smashed, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, it happened like years ago. And then she shows up to the barbecue and say, "Hey, Irvin." I'd be like, hey. She was like, "Oh, you know her?" I was like, "Nah, we used to be homies in the back." And I'm thinking about So, nah, should I tell? I know it was a long time ago, but should I tell my wife I once hit that when we get home?
Nah.
Yeah, but I would be thinking that. I wouldn't do it, but I'd be thinking that. I'm like, should I tell her that I once hit that?
Because there's no real answer to that. You tell her she gonna be mad. You don't tell her, she gonna figure it out and be mad anyway. So you're screwed either way.
Yeah, it was like, hey, baby, man, it was a long time ago. It was before I even met you. Me and her were just in the mood. We just did what we had to do.
Yeah. Ivelisse, like I would hang out with Ivelisse, but you don't think about dating Ivelisse. You think about hanging out with her.
Hanging out with her. Yeah.
Not necessarily dating her. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
or even hitting it. Like that, we say that about Bailey too, Pamela Martinez.
Bailey has more sex appeal than Ivelisse. Ivelisse looks better than Bailey, but Bailey has more sex appeal.
That's true. Well, you could make that argument, but it'd be almost the same thing with Bailey. Bailey, you wouldn't think about it, but she'd be one of those. If you was in the mood and she just happened to be in the mood, you would just do what you got to do.
Bailey got a fatty though. She got a fatty, so. Yeah, Bailey, I would pounce on Bailey a lot faster than I would Katrina. But both of them,
you mean Ivelisse? Oh, Katrina would beat both of them.
Oh no, Katrina, yeah, Katrina's a whole different thing. She on a new level with that.
Basically, the only way my eyes would look away from Katrina is if like Naomi or Crystal Marshall walked in the room.
Oh, that chocolate be getting.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, Katrina, I know you got the hot tamale, but these are my fantasies right here.
Right.
Yeah, who do I take? Do I risk the Samoan ass whooping, or do I risk the man mountain known as Lashley coming in?
I mean, Lashley, yeah, you can't run from Lashley because you're trying not to laugh at him cursing you out. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, my baby mama, dude. Like, Bobby Lashley, you trying not to laugh while running at the same time, so.
Yeah, you be wanting to laugh at that voice, but you know if he gets hands on you, it's over.
Yeah, it's over, yeah. You get them hands on you. But, let's bring up segue. Colorism. You brought that up a little bit earlier about colorism, about how the media don't give a lot of dark-skinned sisters the shine that they should be getting.
No.
It's slowly changing, and I think you and Anthony went into that a little bit more, and that was probably one of my favorite ones to hear.
Oh yeah, we went into that because I showed Prince earlier, and we'll segue back to Lucha Underground to get to the other good thing on this show. But I talked about it because they don't. Dark-skinned women don't get love. Like I showed them the intro to All of Us. It's a show that starred Lisa Ray McCoy. And for those of you that don't know who that is, think the Players Club and Diamond.
Oh.
It was her. But you know what? She was one getting all the love, but there was one on there I wanted to jump board in Lisa. Elise Neal, she was the TV wife of D.L. Hughley on that show, The Hughleys. I'd be like, you can keep Lisa Ray. I want Elise Neal.
I don't think that's a colorism thing. It's how they were presented to us. It's like people remember Diamond, like remember Diamond. That role. It's almost like when you look at Taraji P. The first thing that pops into your head is Baby Boy. You remember her from there, and a certain scene that I'm not gonna talk about, but you remember that, and you.
Oh yeah, it was the closest thing to seeing all her goods. Oh, hallelujah.
It's just we seen Diamond, as everyone calls her, presented that way. Oh, the girl, D.L. Hughley, TV wife. We never saw her that way. So when you see Diamond, that sexuality.
Yeah, even though you knew she was hot, she just never presented herself that way.
It's all in how, people get presented to you. It's almost like if Hillary Clinton were to grow her hair out and start doing things that could sexually charge a man, maybe we'd look at her different, but we've never seen her that way. We've always seen her dykey as hell, so.
Yeah, we always seen Elsie Neal as basically just a straight a very good actress, I might add. Yeah, and the only memories you really have is either Hughleys, briefly on All of Us, maybe How to Be a Player, Def Jam movie.
The one with what's his name?
Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Or you might remember her getting killed in Logan. Which I was like, dang man, they could at least let the sister live.
Yeah,
I wasn't even mad that it was a black family got killed, but the scene was just so unnecessary. Even if it was a white family, I would have said that.
Right.
See, it was just
maybe that's the correlation between Bailey and Ivelisse. Because with Bailey, we've got these sweet old lesbian angles that they're doing with her. And
Sasha Banks. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually, but you've got that energy surrounding her.
Yeah, not to mention she already has made memories just from NXT. Just from NXT.
It's more of a tomboy thing when you see Ivelisse, so.
Yeah, the two classics with Sasha Banks. Her making Nia Jax actually look good. Her matches with Asuka, even though she lost both of them, she went out like a boss. Especially that first one. She got trapped in that Asuka lock. She ain't tapped. She just went out on her shield. I was like, whoa. You actually...
We get more exposure to Bailey. Yeah, it's like with Bailey, you get to see... oh, Bailey actually does like dick. You get to see that. With Ivelisse, all you get to see is her beating up dudes all the time. So this is like, it's a different energy. Like with Katrina, we see Katrina looking very girly a lot. Ivelisse's ring attire is one thing, but I'm saying from outside of that, we've seen Katrina way outside of that. And, the character Katrina portrays is one thing. Ivelisse is this tomboy who just beats up dudes all the time, So when I say Bailey has more sex appeal, that's what I mean. It's like, because I've seen her in different settings where you go, man, you can see her.
Yeah, about the only other setting I've seen Ivelisse is either in a gym, MMA setting, or I think the sexiest I've ever seen her was she let pictures be taken of her on a beach. In a two-piece.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, but that's rare. Like, how many other?
Yeah, but they're hard to find, man.
They're hard to find. Yeah, it's like with who's another Eve Torres.
Oh yeah, you can find all kinds with her. Yeah, she does MMA and too, but you find a lot of photos where that was another woman that was walking sex. Before she got married. Well, no, she still looked pretty good now, married, but. When she was single, ooh.
And to a degree, it's the same with us men. Like, the way you meet a guy, it's how you label him to a degree. Like, when you meet a dude, and he's this, tough as nails asshole, it just registers instantly. Don't fuck with this dude. But, maybe he has his other side to him, but the way he was packaged to you, it's hard to crack that,
Oh, yeah.
So, Eve Torres, when we first saw Eve, she was just this dime piece. We didn't know about the, jiu-jitsu and martial arts shit until later on. All we saw was, damn, that's a bad Latino. Damn, she bad. And then later on, we found all this other shit. So, oh yeah, Sonya, take notes. We should have seen your sex appeal first. Instead, you want to come out the closet.
Sonya Deville. I'm gonna say this and then get back to the other good thing on Lucha Underground show. All I will say on Sonya Deville is this: ain't it sad that the actual woman who came out as gay gets little to no love except for maybe her diehard fans? But the two women who are straight as a pencil in real life, Sasha Banks and Bailey, implying a lesbian angle, not saying that there's a lesbian angle, implying it, are getting more attention. That's sad. And they're as straight as a pencil.
Failed, man. Sonya failed, man. Sonya has failed. I don't hate Sonya. I've never badmouthed Sonya. I don't even care enough about Sonya to even say much about her. But because of the situation, Sonya has failed, man. You thought, Ellen DeGeneres and LGBT people were going to have your back. They was going to start watching you do your thing. Don't nobody care, man. You have to build yourself up first.
Yeah. And I'll use this example. If Trish Stratus was to come out today and say, oh, I'm really lesbian, or I'm bisexual, I love my husband, but I like women too.
I experimented with Lillian Garcia.
Yeah, her.
You know what that does?
Yeah, legend is made, is my point. Her legend is made. Her legend is made already. So right now, it wouldn't hurt her at all. It actually might turn people even more to her. Because, I mean, she's already still popular despite not being in the WWE full time for years.
Mm-hmm. As grown men, though, it's like, even as kids, it's like we saw Trish, and our brains, and our dicks as well, were given time to fantasize about her in these scenarios any damn way. So then when it comes out, oh, the girl you likes girls. Cool. With Sonya, we didn't even get that. One way she would Absolution, beating up people with Paige, who, you know, Xavier Woods, I ain't gonna say no more, but with Sonya, we didn't even have time. It was just, we met her. This is a cute chick. I guess a dude hit on her in the bar. She got mad about it and said, I'm gay. Leave me alone. That was it. That was it.
Or
you took the bait off the hook.
now here's the other good thing on Lucha Underground that happened this week. We had Johnny Mundo versus Viva Rock, or as I like to call him, the Undersnaker. If you've seen this man, you understand why I call him the Undersnaker. This man is almost 6'10", nearly 7 foot. I'd say he's around 260, 270 of nothing but muscle. And this man basically, except for a few spots where Johnny, because you know Mundo gonna get in his moments. He gonna get in his moments, but except for a few spots, this man basically got raped.
I mean, I'm gonna ask this though about the underground, whatever the fuck they are up against the Cobra tribe. Does anyone really care about this feud?
No.
Or do we just enjoy seeing Johnny and the Undersnaker?
Basically, the only reason I'm watching is when the Undersnaker is in the ring. That's the only reason I'm watching.
Ooh, that's a good one. Cobra Kai or Ivelisse? If you had to pick one, who would you pick?
Ooh.
For man.
Yeah, I've never seen her face, so I don't know.
I've seen her face, yeah, but it's like,
at least there's some femininity to Cobra Kai.
mm-hmm.
At least there's some femininity to it, but I've never seen her face.
Every time I see Ivelisse, she's beating up dudes or fighting a chick who resembles a dude. Remember, she Lady Tapa. She beat up Lady Tapa.
Yeah, and they picked Lady Tapa over her, which that's still Impact Wrestling. That's still a fail. That is still a fail to this day.
To this day. Mm-hmm.
You pick Lady Tapa over the girl that actually has skills and a bit of a character.
Mm-hmm.
And actually had a character a little bit.
Tessa Blanchard or Ivelisse?
Ooh.
You know I'm gonna do it. I'm putting all these chicks against Ivelisse. Tessa Blanchard looks a really good one. Because I know you don't really care for Tessa Blanchard at all like that.
Not in the face. The neck down tight though.
Yeah. She just, I don't know. She has her moments. She has her moments where she could just be banging, and she has her moments where it's just like,
Yeah, because I mean, Ivelisse, at least she's cute when she wants to be. Like I said, I would still view her as one of the homies, but she's cute when she wants to be. Tessa, I'd be like, ugh. I'd be like, nah, if I hit that, I definitely would have to take that doggy style. Cause sometimes you look real good, Tessa, and then other times I think I'm looking at a man.
See, Tessa's a weird one for me because Tessa can be cute at times, but I don't find Tessa ugly, but I don't find her like blazing hot neither.
Nah.
Laredo does, but
Nah, the body is kicking. The body, that's why I said the neck down is tight. I mean, Tessa Blanchard, the neck down is awesome. But the face, sometimes I'll be like, oh. At least Ivelisse is cute.
The way I see Charles Flair is the way you see Tessa Blanchard.
But oh yeah, I can see that because Charlotte, man. Sometimes I think I'm looking at a dude, but I gotta admit, I can't knock her neck down. Her workout game is on point.
Gym hustle. You can't knock her gym hustle. Yeah, she gets in the gym. She takes care of herself. She eats her Wheaties. We don't knock that, but it's just like, like we said, women are not a one size fits all for all men, unless it's Beyonce. Everybody else is like, it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah, but honestly, watching the Undersnaker basically have his way with it was hilarious to me. The part that made me pop was Johnny Mundo got him down. He lifted him up over his head in a leapfrog position. Came down. He mule kicks him in the nuts. To which I gotta go with, ooh, the nuts. He jumps off, gives him a disaster kick, then does a standing moonsault on him. He think he got the pin. He's like, I got him. 1, 2. He raises up like the Undertaker with Mundo in his arms. He flips backwards, picks him up, Mundo in the arm, and basically just slams him down some kind of funky way. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he was an Undersnaker. That's why we call him that, man. An Undersnaker. I mean, I like because I actually skimmed through Lucha.
Actually, I'd be more scared of him than Mill right now, actually.
But that's the thing, is like, I don't see the benefit of this feud going on between the whatever the fuck it's called and the Cobra tribe. It's like,
yeah,
if you want championships, why are you fighting each other? Neither of you is a champion. Nobody fucked nobody's wife. Why the hell are you two still going at it? I don't get it. Like, does Cobra Kai like have this secret love for Mundo and she's mad at him for marrying Taya? Like, make it make sense to me why y'all just can't.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm getting from it. Like, I'm not mad at the feud. I just don't care about it because I don't know why they won't leave each other the fuck alone. It's like, all right, Mundo, you got your W. They got their W. Do a rubber match and get it over with, or explain to me why I should give a fuck about this.
That's true. Should y'all be trying to go for the championship or something?
Yeah, Mundo should have been that gift of the god shit. That's what he should have been in. Mundo's a fucking champion. Why the fuck is he dealing with this light work right now? Dude is a poster boy. He's the dude who, I would need my auntie who doesn't watch this shit, and I say, I want you to look at this shit. No, I don't look at this shit. And I show a picture of Johnny Mundo. I'll look at him, no. No, but it's just like, that's the guy who you need he needs to be around the title at all times. He doesn't have to have it to keep him around it. They've taken him completely away from it. But I did see something good from Ricky Mundo.
Basically, the rest of the show, I could have take or leave it. I definitely could have left the Exolicious spot. Doing the flash dance, I was like, oh God. And this guy's supposed to be breaking down barriers? No. And I'm as straight as a pencil. But if I was gay, I would actually be offended by Exolicious.
I am offended by Exolicious. I'm offended that someone sat in a room with a group of men and women and said, this is going to entertain people. I'm like, well, yeah, some people it might, but I don't come to y'all for that. This is like going to the dentist, and the dentist is trying to, give you an eye exam. It's like, no, I want my teeth looked at, man. No. You need your eyes examined. No, you're the fucking dentist. Take care of my fucking teeth. I don't need all this extra shit from you. I just need you to take care of my teeth, and that's it. WWE does it too. They do it too.
Yeah, it's like so many of these guys that have millions of dollars at their feet, and they get in such financial trouble because they trust the agent to do everything. No, the agent should handle your contract. You have a financial advisor to handle where you should put the money, and then you have a banker that keeps the money that he is supposed to get in contact with to distribute it out.
I know we don't like X-Delicious, like we said. If he must be around, give me a reason to watch him. Put him in some championship shit. I don't want to see him twerking. I don't want to see him dancing. I want to see him, especially because he's a man of fucking color. I don't want to see him being a fucking joke. He can be a joke as long as he gets some manhood to him, you know?
Yeah, like for example,
you know?
The New Day. And I thought I'd never say that about them. Of course, I think that Xavier Woods tape is what changed that.
Well, I think it was different. You have to remember, like if the tape was shot different, like this was Paige laying down and Woods mounted her and was power driving her into submission, then I don't think the people would have taken it as hard. They would have went more so in on Woods. It would have been some rape fantasy bullshit, but the fact that he just got out the shower and laid out and Paige jumped on him. And for those of y'all who are initiated, she was riding on her feet. Just saying.
Yep.
Riding on her feet, man. That ain't the first time she done had some chocolate. She was riding on her feet, man. Just saying.
Yep, that's why to this day, a lot of men, I think that's why men give her a hard time about it, even now. Because she ruined their fantasy.
She saw this. You see these two cans stacked on each other? She saw this and decided to ride it on her feet. Just damn. Damn, Paige. Paige is a savage for that. That was some Rick James super freak type shit. She rolled it on her feet. Just saying, man. Like, some people get where I'm coming from about that, but some bands, like, when you get in bed, you don't give a fuck how she ride it. She gonna do what the fuck she gonna do regardless. And I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get regardless. But Paige rolled it on her feet. Remember that. She rolled it on her feet. She said, I'm not going halfway. I'm going all the way with this shit. She rolled it on her feet. That's a pretty damn good move.
But overall, only thing I'll say about the main event is Cage should have won. Cage beat the crap out of Pentagon. Pentagon had no business winning that match. Huh? That's all I'm going to say.
Pentagon. Can I talk about all the reasons why Pentagon as a champion is boring and it has failed?
Go ahead.
Pentagon, first of all, you needed gay-ass Vampiro to help you win. And then, after the fact, Vampiro just completely switches back into being his normal self. We never got an explanation at all. We never saw a handshake, a drug deal. We never saw shit. It's just, he helped you win like a pussy, and then he just went back to being his normal self. So that was a fail. And then you do this speech at the end about how you gonna cut people's throats and their heads off, and you big Billy Badass. And then we get to the next season, and you try to be Thanos. You try to be this, identify with me. I'm a value champion. I'm AJ Styles with muscles, basically. No, that was a fail, because the way you won it was completely different from the dude we're seeing now.
Yep.
And then what happened last week was the nail in the coffin to me. You jumped Cage, which was some bullshit. And then after you jumped him, you give him a chance to win to Ultimate Pride.